Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to share with you how this campaign created more than $10 million in audits for our clients. Specifically in this video we will see the results for this campaign, and then we will see what are these campaigns and how to create these campaigns, and we will do that together. And finally I will share with you the pro and the cons of these campaigns so you are aware of advantages and disadvantages for these campaigns. So let's get started. Before starting, who I am, I'm Stefano Pretto, I'm the COO at Nomads, and in Nomads our goal is to scale global brands, but also to help smaller sellers grow on Amazon. So if you want to learn more about different strategies or to consume more free content from us, feel free to join our free school community that you can find in the link in the description. Inside this community you will find already 200 people, which is amazing, and a lot of free content, the free course from Lucas, and the free resources. So feel free to join. But now let's go and check the results for this campaign. Okay, I took a different screenshot from our clients for the same campaign across different accounts to show you some results for these campaigns. So these campaigns got more than $200,000 in total in ad sales with an ACOS of 28%. These campaigns got $94,000 in total in ad sales with a 27% ACOS. For these campaigns, more than $300,000 in ad sales with an ACOS of 8.7%. For these campaigns, $22,000 with an ACOS of 19%. For this new account, $83,000 with an ACOS of 30%. And finally, for one of our biggest clients, almost $50 million in ad sales with an ACOS of 2.6%. So now that we know that these campaigns are working, let's understand what are these campaigns. So these results are coming from three main campaigns that we call them catch-all campaigns or thought auto campaign. But the idea is that inside this campaign we put all our product. So we advertise all our catalog inside this campaign. And we will have one campaign for each targeting group. If you don't know this terminology, don't worry. I will share with you how to do these campaigns. And so for one campaign, we will have only the close match targeting group enabled. For another one, only loose match targeting group enabled. And finally, we will have the substitute targeting group enabled. So in total, we will have three campaigns with the same idea behind. And the goal, what is the goal of these campaigns? Is to get as many clicks as possible with a very low CPC. So let's go and check how to create this campaign so you can really understand the also different aspect of these campaigns. So to do that, I will go, we click on create campaigns and we click on sponsor a product. So now what we need to do, we need to rename the ad group and we can call it all, since we will add all our product here. And here you can add all the product in this page, or you can add the list of your ASIN. I would suggest to use a search and you can click add all, but if you don't want to advertise on some product, you can enter a list, or you can upload a file as you want. And after we have the targeting tab where we can decide, okay, do we want to use automatic or manual? As I said before, this is an automatic campaign, so automatic. And after Amazon will set the default bid as 75 cents. And here we want to change the setup. We want to click on set bids by targeting group. And we want to disable the targeting groups for loose match, substitute, and complements. And we want to keep enable only close match for the first campaign. And in fact, this campaign we will call thought auto close match or CM, since we will enable only this targeting group. In terms of bid, what I would suggest to start with a very low bid and inch up the bid, so increase the bid gradually. So let's say we start with a 10 cents bid. If your CPC is lower than 10 cents, I would suggest to start even lower. So with 2 cents and then inch up until you start getting clicks. And now we go under negative targeting, and here I will talk more about at the end of the video about the pros and cons for these campaigns and how you can use this function to improve your performance. And finally, we have negative product targeting, which is the same idea. of negative keyword. And here is an important thing that we want to make sure we are doing. So for these campaigns, what we will notice that dynamic bids up and down are performing way better than dynamic down only. Dynamic bids down only, sorry. And why that? Because we're seeing that if we give the power to Amazon to decide for the bid and for the placement where to show our ads, these campaigns are performing better. So we get more clicks, more sales, and more impression, which is amazing. We don't care about the placement, so don't touch the placement. Just select the dynamic bids up and down is the default strategy. And now we will call this campaign auto CM. That stands for close match. You can call it close match so you can understand. You can add them in a portfolio. We suggest to add them in a separate portfolio since we have all our product inside. And for a daily budget, I would suggest, as always, start with a low budget and scale the campaign. So after we will launch the campaign, and after that we will do the same process, but now instead of enabling close match, we will enable lose match. So we will set here the bid to 10 cents. We will select all the product inside the ad group, and here we will call the campaign total auto lose match. And same budget, and that's it. And finally, we will do the same, but for substitutes. So, and after that, we will have our free campaigns. So after we launch these free campaigns, we will see the performance of these campaigns. And the one thing that you will notice, I want to give you a quick tip, is that the close match will be the one with the highest conversion rate, but also with the highest CPC. The lose match will have a conversion rate lower compared to close match, but still but also a lower CPC. Instead, for substitutes, you will see that you will get the lowest CPC, but also the lowest conversion rate. So you will see that the equals are very similar to each other, but as always depends on your niche and your category. So always analyze the data and understand if it's worth to keep running these campaigns. One question that you could ask is that why we don't do the same for compliments, because we have tested this targeting group across all our accounts, and we have seen that it's very difficult to get clicks for this targeting group, and also the CPC is quite high and the conversion rate is very low. So we don't want to waste money, and we have seen that the top 3 targeting groups are this one. So we would suggest to test this, but as always, if you want to test the compliments, go ahead. So now we understood, okay, what are these campaigns? We understood, okay, how can we create these campaigns and the settings? But let's now analyze, okay, what are the pros and cons of these campaigns? So obviously the advantages for these campaigns is that we can generate additional audits with a very good SEOs. And the main reason is the very low CPC and the good conversion rate. So this is the main advantage. We can get more exposure, and we can find the new search term that we can add to our manual campaigns. So these campaigns are amazing to get additional sales and to find a new search term. So these are the 2 main things. But what are the disadvantages of these campaigns? The disadvantage of these campaigns is that these campaigns will create a lot of wasted ad spend. So a lot of clicks with no sales. And clicks and no sales, it's a bad signal to Amazon, because it means that your listing is not good for ranking for the customer. So that is not a good signal for Amazon. So the more wasted ad spend, so the more clicks with no sales, will give Amazon a bad view about your product. So how to avoid to get that problem? You can use negative keyword. So you can add a negative keyword in exact and phrase to make sure that you are not wasting any clicks. As always, there will always be some wasted ad spend, so clicks with no sales, which is normal. But if you find a keyword, a search term, that is not relevant for your product, go ahead and add this search term in negative exact or negative phrase if it's not relevant for your category. One thing that you will find a bit difficult is that this is a catch-all campaign, so we will have all our product inside. So we will have very different search terms across these campaigns. So it's very difficult to understand what to do. So what I would suggest is to use scaling sites or a different tool to add some rules. So after, I don't know, 20 clicks and no sales, delete the, negate the search term. Obviously 20 clicks or 30 depends on the conversion rate of the product. That is more technical. But overall, like, if you need to make sure that you are decreasing this wasted ad spend, because there will be wasted ad spend and you need to manage this wasted ad spend. So this is one of the disadvantages of these campaigns. And another disadvantage that it's very difficult to scale this campaign properly. So it's very difficult to keep increasing the budget and keep seeing like an increase in sales, because we don't have control over the search term, because this is an automatic campaign. So when we increase the budget, Amazon is deciding where to put the budget. For that reason, we always want to have more control in exact match campaign and not automatic campaign. So, but what I would suggest is to test for your account to see if it's working, and this is what we do for our clients, and analyze the data and make sure that if it's useful for your account, not only in terms of ACOS, but also in terms of other metrics like total sales, takeaways, total session for your account, and so on. So I hope this video was useful. Let me know if you have any question in the comments. If you have more specific questions, you can enter in our community and ask there, and we will answer in as soon as possible. But yeah, thank you so much for the video. Let me know if these campaigns are working, and ciao.